everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we are braving the cold to bring you guys a long overdue update video, and I actually think it's starting to snow.
It is, just barely. It's probably like 34 degrees out here.
So we always prefer to film the videos outside because the lighting's so much better than in the RV. It's really hard to see, but the weather has not been cooperating. So we've got the camera in the back of the car trying to block the wind, so we're going to make the best of it. Because we really need to update you guys. We've been so busy just working and managing the homestead in the winter, which is, you know, it's a little bit of extra chores, you know, trying to make things run in the winter. But anyway, and you know, Ed was down in Quartzsite, so I was holding down the fort here, but we do have some things we definitely want to update you guys on. Let's see, I had a whole list in my mind, and now the camera's on and it's snowing and I can't remember, but okay, the cat. So you may recall a while back we made a video announcing that we have a cat, which was very exciting. And I did make a little bed for it, which I forgot to film. It's basically just a tote inside of a tote with a cat bed in it, and it's in our tent garage in the Razor. So I don't even know if it ever found it, but basically, as soon as we announced that we had a cat, we have never seen it again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our neighbor at one point that had gotten really close to it tried to pick it up and hold it, and it was going fine until some dog barked, and then it like clawed the shit out of his neck. So
it's a wild cat.
Yeah, definitely a lesson in holding the feral cat. But we have seen some signs that it might be around. Ed saw some tracks, and
yeah, before I went down to Quartzsite, I saw some tracks around the shipping container, and there's a couple of spots where there have been rabbits going under there, and I think the cat took over a spot where the rabbits had been.
Yeah, like moved into the rabbit hole. So I think it is still around, but we're not sure. But yeah, it's like we jinxed it. The second we announced we had a cat around, then it disappeared. So I guess it's camera shy, but and then the other big update is the chickens. So you know that we were struggling to maintain the chickens in the winter, but basically the snowstorm that we had, what was that, right after New Year's? I can't even keep track of time, but the beginning of January.
Before New Year's, I can't
right
remember.
Around Christmas, New Year's, whatever, we had a decent snowstorm of several inches, and
we actually had 2 storms in a row.
Yeah, and the coop just, it wasn't working, and there was no dry place for them to walk around, and they were just hiding in there.
Yeah, there was snow blowing in all the cracks, and
yeah, snow
the entire
was
inside
in
of the coop got wet.
Yep. They were just miserable. So, you know, us and Aja collectively decided to find them a new home, which was hard, you know, because we love the chickens. We all do. Aja loves them. We love them. We enjoyed taking care of them. It was a good learning experience for when we get our own chickens, so I'm grateful for that. And luckily, you know, Aja put up an ad, and within a matter of hours, someone that lives here locally called and said that they could take them. They have a big coop and a rooster. So
I think they had 2 roosters.
Yeah, so the girls are actually, they're going to have some men in their life now.
Yeah, little getting it on for the chickens.
So the people that took them only live 2 miles from here. They even offered to send us pictures occasionally of the chickens because they could tell how attached we were. And I kind of grilled them with questions when they showed up. I was like, "You're not going to eat them, are you?" And they're like, "No, no, no." And she had mentioned that she just fed her chickens leftover beef stroganoff that morning. So I was like, okay, this is my kind of gal. I had a very good feeling about them. So did Ed. They
trying to keep her interested.
Yeah, she's kind of being an a-hole because the back of the car is open, so she keeps jumping in there because she thinks we're going somewhere. But so yeah, so we had a really good feeling about the people, and so that was a big relief. And they took them, and they're used to cold weather. They're from the Northeast. So they know of cold weather and hard winters, and they have a big coop and lots more chickens and roosters, and they seemed like good people. So we felt really good about it, and it has been kind of a relief because it was getting really hard to manage the chickens, and we could tell that they were not happy. So
yeah, I mean, to give you an idea, Aja's place where the chicken coop is, it's 1/8 of a mile away from our place. 1/8 of a mile doesn't sound like very far, but if you walk back and forth or even drive back and forth on that. That can be quite a bit, especially if you're going, 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, and if it's snowing, if there's like 8 inches of snow on the ground. Well, plus we're just really busy right now. It's just
both
a busy season for us. So so they're off to a good home, and we do miss them, and we're kind of sad, but it's for the best for the chickens, basically. So
and you can see little homie's doing fine. So is Scout. She's kind of being a pain in the butt right now, and part of it's because anytime we ever try to film anything, it's like she knows it and she does everything she can to just go ahead and ruin it. Come here, get up here with Papa. Come here. Yeah. Are you trying to ruin everything?
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. This may surprise you, but so Ed's last video, he went down to Quartzsite and he kind of had a trip from hell, and he put forth a tremendous effort to go down there and make it work, and muddled through, and it was a lot of work, and it didn't work out quite as well as he had hoped. And he made a video telling all about it, his opinion based on his experience. And usually it's not a good idea to respond to the haters, but I kind of can't help it. Like, this is my man, and it's hard not to respond when people are going in on him so hard in the comments. So I would just like to address a couple things in the comments that people made. It amazes me, like, the assumptions that people make, and then they attack based on their assumptions. It's just kind of frustrating. Like, somebody said, I meant to have the comments with me, but I don't have my glasses, but someone said, why did you kill a rabbit? Just to prove you're a man or something like that? It's like, first of all, no one killed the rabbit. Scout found a dead rabbit, and something had like chewed out its throat. So we thought maybe it was the cat or a coyote, but usually a coyote would eat it. So we don't know what killed the rabbit, but nobody killed the rabbit. Okay.
Well, Scout might have killed it.
I don't know, but I think she found it dead. It seems like she found it dead. But she might have killed it. I don't know. But nobody's killing rabbits for sport. And, another comment somebody made is, why are you teaching her to kill rabbits? And it's like, we're not teaching her to do anything. She's doing what a dog like her does. Like, this is instinct. You could have a tiny Yorkie, and if you put a little mouse in front of it, it's going to attack it and kill it. It's what they do.
Guess what? All dogs are killers, no matter what you think. It doesn't matter how small your little dog is that you've raised in your lap. All dogs are killers. That's in their instinct. They come from wolves.
We're not teaching her to do anything. She is just being a dog. And
I am teaching her to hunt.
Well, she's just being a dog, and
all I'm doing is I'm training her to accentuate on her natural instincts.
Yes. So we're not. And then somebody else commented, like, how can you be proud of taking a sweet dog and turning her into a killing machine? It's like, well, if killing, she's caught 2 rabbits her whole life, so she's hardly a killing machine. And Ed referred to her in the video as a hunting machine because she never stops hunting. She never stops trying to hunt, and she is still the sweetest dog that we've ever had. And yes, we're very proud of her, but she is not a killing machine.
I think to this day she's killed 2 mice, 4 pack rats, and 2 rabbits.
Yeah. So she doesn't even hold the record of the dogs on the property.
Yeah, Aj's friend Jeff.
The quote-unquote killing machine on the property is Little Kellogg.
Little Kellogg. Aj's friend Jeff, his dog Kellogg, has killed like 4 rabbits and like 10 pack rats. I mean, that little dog is a killing machine.
And again, they're just doing what dogs do. So.
Exactly. And if you wonder why I would encourage her to kill the pack rats and the mice and the rabbits on the property, it's called overpopulation. Okay,
yeah.
By us living here, we have disturbed the natural predators, and if we don't control the overpopulation that we have, they will all get diseased. And guess what? Our dogs will get those diseases, and we might even get them too. And the only way to keep the population healthy is called population control. It is something that is done with all wildlife agencies. Why do you think they allow hunting of deer and elk and things? Because if they don't, you'll have overpopulation, which will lead to disease, okay?
Well, and I think maybe too, people, if they've never lived in the country, it is different when you live in the country. Like, we are in the Wild West out here. Yeah. We are at the mercy of the weather and the creatures out here. So it is what it is. It is a little bit different country life. There's some dead animals involved sometimes. Oh, and then there was a bunch of other comments because Ed said, it's not a good idea to just reach in and pet Scout if you see us out and about. And it's not because we think she's going to bite anybody, but we know the type of breed she is, and she's a guard dog, and we know that there's a potential there. So we're just trying to be responsible. I know I never pet anybody's dog without asking first, and that's all Ed was trying to say. She's still the sweetest dog we've ever had. We are not training a killing machine. I mean, you should have seen some of the comments that we got. We actually deleted some of them because they're so bad. So nobody needs that kind of negativity in their lives. But
and I know she's so gorgeous and so beautiful that she just seems like she'd be the sweetest dog in the world to pet. And more than
she
likely,
probably
she
would.
probably would
If you
be.
reached in the car and pet her, she'd probably just lick you. But you know, we've had like big dogs like this before. We had a Rottweiler, and we were just as cautious with him, you know, and it's like, we're just trying to be responsible. Actually, one time our Rottweiler got out of the backyard and we didn't even know it. And then our doorbell rang and this little 5-year-old neighbor girl had brought him home. So that's how calm and sweet he was. But you don't know. And when you have a breed like this, it's important to be responsible.
Yeah.
So that's all that was about. So
Her calm nature comes from her father, which was a Rottweiler. Scout's dad was a very large Rottweiler, if you didn't know.
And, you know, that quartzite trip was a tough trip for Ed. I mean, for a lot of reasons. So that last video was kind of a little debriefing and decompression. So maybe people could just chill a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I'm in the video, I wasn't trying to encourage people or say that I enjoy being a rule breaker or anything. All I'm trying to say is that the BLM rules are lame. Everybody breaks them, and I was no different. And all I was doing is addressing that whole subject because I knew that there was going to be a bunch of people that were going to pick it apart in the comments. So I was just trying to answer that ahead of time.
And he wasn't trying to gather evidence against other people. He was
No.
gathering evidence for his own defense,
Yeah.
should it be needed. So
Basically,
That's
all
that.
I was guilty of is selling firewood to people who wanted to keep warm down in Quartzsite and at Schoolie Palooza to make $1 for my family.
Yeah.
That's it.
and it definitely was not Nomadic Fanatic blasting the music. It was some
It was a guy they
dude-
called the pirate guy.
some
at
dude that
the
refers to
Schoolie Palooza.
themselves as the pirate.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if they're blasting that kind of music at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, there's only one reason why, and I'm sure you guys can figure it out.
This was
I'm
like
not gonna say it on
ecstasy
camera, but-
rave music. It was terrible.
Here's me,
you
I'm
know?
not going to say it on camera, Ed just says it, but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, they're all doing drugs. So there, I said it. There's only one reason to play that kind of music
Yeah.
that loud at 4 o'clock in the morning. So
And there were rumors
It's a
going
shit
around
show.
at that place. I mean, it was kind of a shit show. There were rumors going around that a young girl had been raped. There was
Mm-hmm.
rumors going around that a bunch of people that were doing fentanyl and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
And
it's just-
that's just not my scene.
no, we don't want to be a part of that. So it's like,
I don't
it was
even drink anymore.
It was a tough trip for Ed. So
Yeah.
he tried something really hard and he made some money, which is good. Wasn't a total loss, but you know, probably won't be doing that again. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to address some of those comments because, like I said, when you see people going at somebody that you love, it's hard not to want to defend them. Just like if people were coming at me in the comments, Ed would probably want to say something. It's hard
I would
not
have
to
an
say
awful
something.
lot to say.
Yeah, so...
And
but-
yeah, we're the kind of people where if you leave a bunch of shitty comments, we are just going to erase them because, you know, it's our right to. I mean, you have freedom of speech out in the world, but you really don't have freedom of speech on people's YouTube channels
Yeah.
because they have the ultimate choice in whether what you have to say gets through or not.
And a lot of people do that. A lot of people delete negative comments because they do, you know, rants, the occasional rant aside, we do like to try to keep things positive on the channel. Like we're not trying to spread negativity. So
If you have shitty things to say in your life, by all means do it. I mean, that's your right and that's
get
your
your own
prerogative.
YouTube channel
You're just not
and say
welcome
whatever
here.
you want.
Yeah, if you have a bunch of shitty things to say,
Are
you're
you
just not welcome here.
I know it is cold. Me and homie are starting to shake. But
Here,
on
put your hood on,
a
dude.
better note, there's lots
There you
of
go,
good
dude.
comments, and I would also like to talk about those too. One of our longtime viewers, Bonnie, who has some cats that love to watch the bird pond, she made a comment recently, and yes, Bonnie, the bird pond has been frozen solid for like 2 months, and some birds still come around occasionally and try to peck at it, but they mostly just look pissed off and take off. But really, there's not a lot of birds around here. But coming up, we got this thing, and I'm waiting for the weather to get better, but look what this thing we got. So this is some smart bird feeder. I'm super excited about it because I love watching the birds. So It's a smart bird feeder. It's got a camera on it, so you can see the birds really up close when they come to the feeder, and it also has some kind of identification system that identifies what kind of bird it is. So
that sounds really
we are
cool.
very excited. I'm gonna make a separate video for this. I'm just waiting for the weather to get better. Like, I'm literally shaking right now. So, so Bonnie and the cats, sit tight. We got a cool bird feeder coming up.
Yeah, and there was somebody else in the comments. I'm really sorry, I don't remember what your name was on there, but you have just recently lost your small dog after 20 years. We're really sorry to hear that. And I will tell you, just with time, it does get easier. It does get better. And then, you know, obviously when you get to the point where you can, getting another dog really makes it all better. That's why we have so many dogs, is because every time we lose a dog, we replace them. I mean, this pug replaced our other 3 pugs. Scout replaced my dog Luna that I had for 11 and a half years, and
I do believe they're waiting for us on the other side, so that
we'll get to see them all again.
Too. Looks like our battery is going to run out soon, so
we still have time.
Oh, somebody else made a comment on one of our old videos too. They guessed that Ed was a Sagittarius and I was an Aries, so I thought that was interesting. But no, Ed's an Aquarius and I'm a Scorpio, so but I can kind of see why people would guess you're a Sagittarius. You do kind of seem like a fire sign. You're always on the move and you're always trying to help people. So
no, I'm the water bearer. That's why I'm always hauling water.
So before our battery runs out, Ed has got a new pair of boots he's gonna try.
Yeah, High C sent me a second pair of boots, a totally different kind of boot. They basically asked me if I wanted to try out a different type of a boot, and I said sure.
I can't get it open.
I think you have to open this.
Oh, I'm destroying the box.
Yeah, I think you have to pull this part open right here. Pull that up. Pull this up. There you go.
So
check
he's
these
gonna
out.
Be trying these things out. Look
these
at
are some giant mud and snow boots. Look at that. They're completely waterproof up to here. Look at the tread pattern on them. Like, I cannot wait.
These are nice.
To try
Look
these
at this
on.
buckly thing in the back so that you can tighten it up around your calf.
Yeah, and they're made of like neoprene, kind of like a wetsuit material also. Just awesome. They got insulation on the inside. I can't wait to try these out. I mean, these are actually more expensive than my other pair of boots that I've been wearing.
Yeah, these look really, really nice. These are meant, I think, for rain and snow.
Yeah, and I think these retail for somewhere around $80 to $85.
Yeah, I think they're $79.99.
Really nice. And once again, they've got that 100-year warranty. So, and I already know because they replaced my first pair of boots.
Yeah.
When I had a slight problem with them, they sent me a brand new pair free of charge.
No questions asked.
No questions
They just
asked.
wanted pictures and a description of what happened.
I didn't have to send them in. They basically sent me my new boots by sending them a picture, and I got them in 2 days. I mean, this company is awesome.
Yeah, we can't say enough about High C. I mean, I don't have my High C boots on right now, but I wear them every day, and they are not worn out at all. They're just dirty.
Look at this. I know what this is for. This is so that when you tap it against the ground to knock the stuff off of. Look at that. They actually put a knocker on the back so that you can knock your boots against the ground and knock all the crap off of them. This is the first time I've ever seen a boot that's put something like that there. I'm guessing that's what that's for. I'll put this up closer, but look at that. I think that's a boot knocker.
I really like the buckle thing on the back because, you know, everybody has a different size calf, and then you can really tighten it up, and that way no water would get in there.
It also allows it to get bigger so you can tuck your clothing and stuff in. But look at the tread pattern on the bottom of these things. Isn't that awesome? Look, it's got what do you call that? Siping? It's like siping, like what you find on a tire.
I mean, those are serious boots.
These are no slip for sure. I mean, if you were walking around on like wet concrete and stuff, these look like they'd be good to go.
So of all the products that we've ever promoted, I would say High C is our favorite company.
Yep, I use them every day.
Yeah, we can't say enough good things about their customer service, the quality of the product. I wear my High C boots every day since I got them.
Yep. I cut 40 cords of wood in my pair of work High C boots that I have out in the forest, walking over the roughest, gnarliest terrain. Even bumped them one time with the chainsaw, and they're still good to go.
Yeah. And I think we have a discount code, so if anybody's interested in it, it's for anything on their entire website, not just these boots. But I think it's 15% off, and the code is Nomad Ranch. So if you're interested in High C boots, get yourself 15% off.
And these look like they're going to be good to go for like walking through tall, wet grass. I mean, look at how the front leading edge, they raised the waterproofing up higher. I think that's because when you're walking through wet grass, it keeps them from getting wet.
I mean, I'm curious to see how these do in the snow. We're about to get like 6 days of snow in a row.
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
Your current snow boots are absolutely terrible.
These are my current snow boots that I bought off of Amazon. They were like $65. These things are absolute garbage.
Yeah, they're always wet inside.
The water goes and snow goes right through this material and soaks right in. Anytime I wear these in the snow, after about 20 minutes, my feet are soaking wet. These are the shittiest boots I've ever had.
Yeah, they're no good. So I think these are going to be a lot better. So
sorry for cussing, but
we'll get an update on these boots after all these snowstorms. It seriously is like we have tomorrow, and then after that, I think it's like 6 days of snow.
Yep.
So who knows how much snow we're going to get. We could get several inches. It could be a big nothing burger. It has been a more mild winter here as compared to the last 3. A lot less precipitation, and the temperatures were pretty warm until January. So
other than it being warm, it is kind of normal. I mean, honestly, most of the snow comes in the later part of February and March. Every March we usually get about, you know,
smell really new.
7 to 10 snowstorms. So
yeah, so
chances are it's still coming.
Yep, we'll see. Got to try to get into town tomorrow to take care of a couple of things before all this happens. So fingers crossed that the weather holds out. It wasn't supposed to snow today, but here we are. I'm like shaking.
Even though we still have gotten quite a bit of precipitation. I will say this, Scout dug a hole. It's about 2 feet deep.
Did you do
and
that?
It was moist all the way down, which is kind of nice to see for spring coming up.
You're all tangled up.
But I have noticed from the warmth that there's a number of plants that normally don't come up until April that are already coming up. And they were coming up the last week of January, which is a little bit disturbing.
Oh, homie, show everybody your new sweater. Homie got a new sweater, and he loves clothes, man.
He likes to have the hoodie on.
Yeah, he loves clothes. You get him a new outfit, and you know, Petco was in there the other day, and they had 75% off their Christmas clothes. So I got this fancy sweater for only $4.
Yeah, look, it's got like the winter theme on it.
Yeah, it's so much better quality than like the cheap clothes I buy them at Walmart. So he is loving it. Yeah, it's totally snowing now. And the battery is about to die. Was there any other updates? It's been a while since we made a video, so I don't know how many updates there are. Mostly the cat, the chickens.
Stay tuned, because there's a good chance coming up that we're going to change up things on the channel a little bit, and the content coming up probably won't have anything to do with nomading. It won't have anything to do with homesteading.
Well, no, it'll still have something to do with homesteading.
But we're going to start possibly making videos about other types of content that are completely different than anything we've ever made before.
Yeah, basically, let's ask what they think. So basically, we're thinking about changing the name of the channel, and I know we've already done that before, and people have asked us, you know, because the name is Nomad Ranch, but we're really not nomading anymore.
Yeah, and we probably won't be again.
And we probably won't be, so... yeah, we're thinking about changing the name to just something more generic, like the Ed and Sue Show or something.
Yeah, we were thinking about changing it to the Ed and Sue Show.
And
I think that would be appropriate.
We want to bring more content. Like, we feel kind of locked in to certain content, you know, either homesteading or nomading or RVing. But, you know, we both got all kinds of things we
I have
interest.
Talk about, I have all kinds of interest into all kinds of other things. We're talking, you know, from the paranormal to history to automotive to guns to...
Jesus.
Yeah, religion.
Okay, so at any rate, we are thinking about changing the name of the channel, and mostly just to bring a wider variety of content, basically, so that we can make videos about anything we feel like making a video about. So
not being locked into any genre.
Yeah, it'd be to bring more content, not less. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about that idea, and give us some thoughts on a new channel name that doesn't have anything to do with nomading or homesteading. That's more generic. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. So yeah.
And we do appreciate all the longtime subscribers and viewers that have watched us for years. We really, really appreciate you, and would like to start trying to make more videos again. It's been tough. As soon as I started working full-time doing something different, it's very hard to find the time to make videos.
But yeah, we do it when we can. You know, this is the first day off I've had. And
I used to be in the habit of taking a camera with me everywhere so I could record things. And to be honest, I mean, I go weeks now without remembering to even touch the cameras.
Well, half the time we don't even remember to charge it. That's why it's about to die right now. Because, I mean, we had planned to do this video today all week, but yet we didn't remember to charge the camera. So
it happens.
But we do appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all the positive comments, and we hope everybody's doing well out there and surviving whatever weather they're enduring wherever they're at. You know, unless maybe you're in like Australia or something where I think it's summer. Is it still summer
if you're on the bottom half of the hemisphere, then
is
right
it still
now,
summer in Australia?
Yeah,
I know we've got
we're in the middle of winter. They're in the middle of summer.
Yeah, what's your temperature out there in Australia? I'd love to hear about that.
I would imagine there's probably places that are over 100 degrees and might even be having the usual.
People are out surfing.
Probably
right
having
now.
the usual summertime wildfires, I would imagine. I mean, honestly, I don't watch the news anymore. I really have no idea what's going on in the world these days.
You're probably better off because none of it's very good. So
I kind of choose not to watch any
yeah,
of it.
it's all.
Life's a lot
it's all
happier
bad,
when you
so.
don't watch the news.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go inside and get warm and sign off before the battery dies. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. And
We'll see you later.
don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff to help support the channel and keep it going.
Say bye, Holmes. Say bye, little Holmes. Say bye-bye, little Holmes.
He's such a weird little old man.
He is.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.